After a church was set on fire in Wiggins, a Gulfport man is being indicted for the crime. Stefan Day has been charged with federal civil rights and arson violations, including 2 counts of intentionally damaging, defacing, and destroying religious property and 2 counts of arson. According to authorities, in July of last year, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints arrived at the building where they discovered someone had vandalized the walls with graffiti and had attempted to set the church on fire. The FBI and ATF were called, and some of the phrases in the graffiti could be considered a hate crime.